If you've ever made homemade mayonnaise with an immersion blender but had it fail, then this video is for you. One of my most popular videos in the last couple of years is on making a homemade mayonnaise that lasts a really long time in your refrigerator. And I teach it using the easiest method so that it takes literally about 30 seconds to make your very own homemade mayonnaise. It's so easy, it's so amazing, and most of the time it works out great for all of the viewers who try it. However, occasionally I do get a message from a viewer that says, Carolyn, I followed your recipe exactly and it didn't work out. So here's the thing, when you're using this method, if you have a mayonnaise failure, it's not usually because you did something catastrophically wrong. It's usually one or two really small details. So we're gonna be checking those out here in just a minute. But first, I just wanna go over the recipe for making homemade mayonnaise really quickly one more time in case you missed the other video, because I think you're gonna be amazed how easy it is and how fast it is. It's only gonna take a minute or two. Start with your egg. And then add all the other ingredients. Now take your immersion blender and put it all the way down right on top of that egg yolk. Right there, all the way at the bottom. And I'm gonna start with my immersion blender down there, and as soon as I see it emulsifying and blending together into a white mayonnaise, I'm gonna slowly pick my immersion blender up to do all of the rest. There you have it. Look at that nice, thick mayonnaise. This is gonna be so incredibly good. But sometimes it doesn't go like this. So let's talk about what happens when mayonnaise fails. Fail number one that can happen with homemade mayonnaise is that it doesn't really emulsify and it stays totally liquid. Now, the reason for this is oftentimes you're not starting with your immersion blender all the way down at the very bottom and holding it directly over the egg yolk and leaving it there for about 10 to 15 seconds. Now, there's a way we can fix this, but it's the same fix as fail number two. So let's talk about that one too. Fail number two is when it maybe only partially emulsifies. You have some that's thick down at the bottom, but then it's kind of thin at the top. And again, a lot of times this has to do with the placement of your immersion blender when you first put it in. Again, right on top of that egg, right in the middle, and keep your immersion blender all the way down at the bottom of that jar for 10 to 15 seconds. It can also happen if your ingredients are not at room temperature. So especially if you're taking an egg out of a refrigerator and it's cold, you're gonna wanna let it sit out for a little bit in order to warm up to room temperature before you get started making your mayonnaise. There is something we can do to save a mayonnaise that hasn't emulsified. So let's check that out. To do this, I'm gonna take another egg and I'm gonna crack it into the bottom of a clean jar, right down at the bottom. Then I'm gonna pour my broken mayonnaise, or the mayonnaise that didn't emulsify, right on over the top. And then I'm gonna blend it all over again. Remember, right down at the very, very bottom, right on top of that egg yolk, and we're gonna leave it down there for about 10 to 15 seconds, blending, and then slowly pick it up. And look at that. Like magic, it has thickened up really nicely into a nice thick mayonnaise. This is gonna save you a lot of fails when you're making mayonnaise. Fail number 3 is that sometimes when you're making mayonnaise, it can end up too thick. This usually comes from overusing the blender or blending it for too long. So remember to start with that 10 to 15 seconds all the way at the bottom, then lift up only until it's all the way blended, and then stop right there. If you have that problem, you can fix it by just blending in about 1 teaspoon of liquid at a time. Now this could be a little bit of water, it could be a little bit of milk. You have a lot of options as to what the liquid is. You can kind of pick and choose whatever you want there, but blend it in a teaspoon at the time until it loosens up, till it's a nice mayonnaise texture. Fail number 4 is that it might have a bitter taste sometimes. This usually comes from the oil itself, and this happens often when somebody tries to use olive oil. Olive oil does kind of have a bitter taste, and while it's a really healthy oil to consume in its raw form, just like this, it's usually too strong of a flavor to make a really great mayonnaise unless you're used to that flavor. If you want to start using olive oil, instead of going to 100% olive oil, I'd recommend starting with 50% of something else that has a much more neutral taste, like that avocado oil. If you haven't used olive oil and you feel like your mayonnaise is still a little bit bitter, this comes from overworking and overblending. So next time you make it, try using the blender just a little bit less. The last fail that I hear about commonly is when your mayonnaise goes grainy, or it gets an odd texture where it kind of separates just a little bit, but not all the way. This, again, happens when you're working with something that's really cold, like really cold ingredients, and you've overworked it. So the thing to do for that is to go ahead, pour it out into a jar, use a spoon instead of an immersion blender, and slowly add in a little bit more liquid and work it by hand. Oftentimes you can pull that grainy texture back. Next time you're making mayonnaise though with the immersion blender, make sure you let your ingredients warm up to room temperature before you make it, and that's gonna fix a lot of your problems. Making mayonnaise at home does not mean you have to be some incredible cook or be amazing in the kitchen. It just means you need to understand the way all these pieces are working together. And when you have mayonnaise go wrong, you can fix it with one of these methods in under 30 seconds and get back to making great mayonnaise. Don't forget, if you want full written downloadable directions for making mayonnaise, you can grab that over at the blog post that is attached below. And if you want to find out about the one ingredient that I add to my mayonnaise to make sure that it lasts for a really long time in the refrigerator, so I always have mayonnaise on hand, you're going to want to go check out this video right here.